Why do intros suck? My intros suck. Welcome to my channel. My name is Justine and I am a mom of 3. I work full-time outside of the home as an LVN here in California, also known as a licensed vocational nurse or a LPN, a licensed practical nurse if you are in another state. Today's video is not related to what I do at work. If you are interested in any of those, I will link something up here or in the description box so that you can come with me to work if you're interested in knowing what I do as an LVN. Today's video though, I wanted to sit down and do a video on how I knew I was pregnant. So again, I'm a mom of 3. Each pregnancy has been different, but my last pregnancy was the most different from the first 2. My first 2 were very similar to each other, and I even knew the gender of my second baby before having the ultrasound just because they were so much alike. They were both boys. So this video though is going to be directly related to my 3rd pregnancy and how I knew I was pregnant before getting that big fat positive. So I have my notes. There she is. I have my notes, so I'm looking down because I have them in order. So if this is your first pregnancy or your 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever, this is usually an early symptom, is having to go to the bathroom a lot. So I had to go pee like 5 minutes after going to the bathroom every single time. Like I would have to go to the bathroom, a few minutes later I have to go again. It just became like my bladder was the smallest thing ever. So actually with my first pregnancy, I didn't know that this was a symptom. So this was one of the things that I found actually to kind of hint me that I was. So going to the bathroom multiple times over and over, if it's not normally what you do, that's a huge one. And that was my very first symptom and sign to myself. And I just knew it. So there was that. And after having to go to the bathroom on this one particular day over and over, I went and got a test. So that was my first one, having to go to the bathroom a lot. My second symptom that I have was my boobs felt so much fuller already. And sometimes this could be a symptom of having your period too. This could be an early symptom before you start your period, is having fuller boobs, being bloated, things like that. So it can be confusing, especially if it's not you know, a 2nd or 3rd pregnancy. If it's your first pregnancy, then you kind of don't know what to look for and what can be signs, because they sometimes can mimic signs before having your period. Not quite tender, but definitely you can notice a little difference of sensation. So my 3rd one was feeling bloated in my belly. I just felt fuller. And this again can be something directly related to having your amp flow. Some people might get bloated. So this was one of the signs that I noticed. It was just a different kind of full and bloatedness. It wasn't the same before I would usually start. So that kind of tipped me off. And I think also because it was my 3rd and I was trying, is maybe having that I want to be pregnant, like kind of making your body feel and think that you are. So sometimes we trick ourselves into making our body create these symptoms, but these were symptoms that I paid attention to. My 4th one is that I was a lot more tired, and I don't nap during the day, and I go to sleep pretty early. Well, not now that I have kids, like 10 or 11, but I don't nap and I'm an early riser. So I was a lot more tired during the day, and I would want to nap and I'd find myself falling asleep, and this was not usual for me. So that was another symptom. My number 5 symptom that I have written down is I was literally starving. Like when I say starving, look, I was starving. Like I would eat something and then an hour later my stomach would be growling. Like I would feel dizzy because I was so hungry. I felt so hungry. In the middle of the night, I would wake up and just like go get a bunch of Oreos or something because my stomach was literally like hurting. I was so hungry. So that was really strange. There she is. We're doing this video kind of late. It's 8 o'clock at night and it's her bedtime, but she's not quite ready to go to bed. So I figured I'm gonna get a video out really quick. So yes, starving. I was very hungry. It wasn't, I mean, we all get hungry, but this was like another level. So definitely a symptom. My next one, I felt like I would run to the bathroom because I felt like my period was gonna start any minute. Like I had those cramps where you're like, okay, the next time I use the bathroom, you know, Aunt Flo's gonna be there. So I would go to the bathroom multiple times thinking it's gonna start, I'm gonna start. But it wasn't necessarily time for it. It was like maybe a few days early, maybe even a week early before, and I started having those feelings. So I would keep going to the bathroom and thinking like, this is it, it's gonna come. Like, gotta get out of a tampon on my way to the bathroom. My number 7 sign that I have was I wanted more sweets, and I'm not a huge sweets person. Like, I like fruity things like Skittles, Starburst, stuff like that every now and then. But I was wanting like cakes and ice cream and brownies, like things like that. And that's not normally things that I crave. I don't usually eat too much sweets. Like the most sweet that I have is my coffee, and that's it, other than like a few sour candies here and there. So having chocolate and cake and ice cream and brownies and cookies and things like that was something that was just not normal for myself. So I put that down as a sign and a symptom. With all of the other things combined, started to make me think and wonder. So there's that. And number 8, I was a lot moodier and more emotional. Like I would find myself thinking of things a little bit too much. Like if I thought about it for a long time, I could make myself sad or something like that. So definitely hormonal changes early on, getting impatient quicker, and just being a lot more moodier than usual. So there's that, fun times. And I also was a lot more thirsty. Like I wanted water a lot more. And we should all drink water, but of course nobody probably gets enough water, or most of us don't get as much water as we should be drinking. So I started to want tons and tons of water. So that was something new for me, because I'll be the first to admit I don't drink enough water. And during this time, I would have like 2 or 3 water bottles by my bed at night. I ended up buying just one of those big 40-ounce water jugs and just putting it by the side of the bed because I would be so thirsty. And my last sign that I have was, of course, Aunt Flo not showing up. So that was, you know, that's usually our first sign or symptom that we notice, and that's what ticks us off to go to the store and buy that test. But for me, this was the last thing, because all of these other symptoms and everything, you know, they add up and they lead up to the day when it's supposed to come and it doesn't. And I'm very in tune with my body, and I usually use a tracker, and I'll put the app logo somewhere here on the screen so you can see what I use on my phone. It's a free app and I highly recommend it. It's like to a T, especially for me. If you do have normal cycles, it's really good to use a period tracker. And this is the one that I used, and to the day it would come up that, you know, I was supposed to start my cycle, and it would be there that day or maybe the next sometimes. So that was, you know, final thing that tipped me off that I was pregnant, is because my period didn't show up. So this is a super quick video. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. I hope that you will subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, and good luck if you're trying. And I have to attend to my 3rd baby. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you subscribe. Bye.